We are going to be going live. Oh, apparently forgery. Apparently, I don't really know how this. We just had a restart and also a skip. We are starting on forgery. Really sorry because everything is sort of clashing every second. I'm trying to find out my words, but yeah, apparently we're starting on forgery now. We are in the warm-up.
Yes, we are indeed live. So forgery will be the first map that we're gonna play. It's a map by Wizzy. And I would say a map that also is utilizing, of course, the multi-style quite fast, though. I mean, you're above 350 kilometers per hour, where you on the verge of going into that 5th gear, but you're not go there quite yet. I'm currently following Hendo here for the warm-up, and let's see how he tailors himself throughout the turns. This block there is dirt. It looks weird, if you ask me. It looks very, very weird. But it's the dirt block, but else I think the mod is great, but just the dirt is a bit out of place. But I think we've talked about that as well. I'm not sure if the points that the players are starting with is 130 or 100. I think it's 130 for the final. But
in the rulebook, it just states 130, so I'm guessing it may be 130 for all the matches. We're just gonna have to see. But
yeah, we have to see that, exactly. We have to see what will take place now. You can see this risky ending jump, and on this map, it's definitely not easy, and we also have some... What is that horn, man? What is that horn, dude? Oh, man. But yeah, we're gonna start on... Let's see how many points they have. That's indeed 130, so you're correct. Hendo already starting a bit late, so he's making it a bit of a difficult round for him, but Tom, take it over.
Alright, already in the first 2 checkpoints, we see Pack taking the lead over Bigley and Phosphorescentt getting a bit wide, touching the outside wall. So now we're down to a 2-horse race between Pack and Bigley. Into checkpoint number 4, it is the Englishman from M&M Gaming currently leading by a 10.5 over Bigley, rocking the McLaren skin from TMFL. Right now, we're already halfway through the map. Moving onto the dirt right now, and you can see Pack stretching the gap already to 4/10 and Bigley going too wide, hitting the wall. So now we're down to a single horse race here with Pack. We're going to be checking on him for the end of this run onto the 2nd or 3rd dirt part. I can't really remember the count at this point. Checkpoint 11, now onto the bump row. Make sure to get enough speed to clear it. 328, nice clear speed. Then onto the freewheel, around 259 to clear the jump nicely. Go between the pillars at the CP, and then he's going to go for the risky finishes, and he just get a really nice line at this turn right here, platform turn. 245, 246, that's more than enough to clear the speed. It's usually around 240 that you want to aim for that risky finish. It's a 59.138 to king things off with Pack winning the round.
So not the fastest time here from Pack. I mean, he has a 58.3, but you see it's enough. The discrepancy is tremendous. I mean, there we can also see one of the rules. Phosphorescentt was not able to finish, and he got himself minus 12 points instead of minus 9. So that's one of the rules as well. There's of course a finish timeout, which is not too high though, but Pack takes only the minus 2 and also wins the first round. So let's go to the next one and see what the loser of the previous round, what Phosp can do here. I'm just gonna call him like that because the name will be too long and I'm butchering it anyway. So let's go for him. Bigley is currently ahead of him. We have Hendo, who's behind more than 2 seconds already behind Pack, but Pack is on a great pace, 0.6 ahead of Bigley, who is of course, as Tom already mentioned it beforehand, Italian citizenship, or has an Italian citizenship, but
no, you're confusing with Matt P93.
Matt
Bigley
P, okay.
is definitely is of English citizenship. One of the players that you can actually find in matchmaking fairly often if you're around the master ranks.
Okay.
Those particular ranks. In this round, it's still going to be another Pack win. Let's see the time in this time.
Okay, that's good.
We're definitely to the 58s. 58.982. Not bad.
Yeah, and also Phosphorus getting 2nd place here after 2 mistakes from Bigley, and also Hendo here making a mistake. Hendo, can he do it now? No, he cannot. And minus 12 for him, so he drops down to that last place right now. So interesting, 110 points for him. We still have Pack in the lead, 126 points. So guys, if you're not familiar with reverse cup mode, you want to have as many points as possible and don't end up on the 0 mark. Let's say it like that.
Yeah, exactly. In the meantime, Pack having had a really good start. Phosphorescentt, apparently, I don't know if he had started late or he was forced to respawn, but yeah, he's way down. 8 seconds down. I don't think he will be able to finish the map at this present moment. Pack currently leading, and we see Hendo and Bigley battling each other at checkpoint number 7, entry onto the dirt. Bigley having the advantage just over the Welshman Hendo, but he goes too wide and gets their time, hits the wall, and that's going to be Hendo, 22 from Wales, taking up into second place. And where is Pack? I don't know if Pack... No, Pack is still in there. He's still in the lead by 2.9 seconds. I briefly lost him for a moment. But yeah, Hendo should be able to get himself a nice second place finish. Pack, in the meantime, is already at the final part of the map. He's going to be taking it through the final few checkpoints and into the final corner. The final finish jump around 240.41, and that should be just right in the money. 58.658 at the finish in second place. Hendo forced to respawn, allowing Bigley to finish in second position. He's going to take the safe finish with the slow-mo block, Hendo, and finish in P3. Whilst Phosphorescentt, where is he at? He's not finishing at all. That was what I feared. And so he is now already down on 100 points.
Yeah, so a lot of mistakes in that ending, and it really seems like that the mistakes are snowballing up here. So let's go into the follow all camera here and check who is gonna make it the best here. Pack just did a good time. It was a top 7 material that the time that Pack has done, just behind Hot Swat. So that's a very good time from Pack indeed. He shows that he is ready right now, also leading again. It could be 4 out of 4. Bigley in second. Then we have a battle between Phosphor and Hendo on that 3rd and 4th place respectively, but there's already a large gap between those different stages. Pack in first, then Bigley, and then Phosphor and Hendo. Just having a good fight though, but still Pack is just zooming away. So let's go ahead, not with Pack, let's go with Phosphor, who is on that last place. Hendo is overtaking him just in the moment. Also a little bit of an oversteer movement here from Phosphor, but makes it. But Bigley with a mistake just in the freewheel. And if you remember, freewheel means you cannot accelerate, so he has to respawn. But let's go with the ending. Phosphor is not able to make that risky jump. I'm not sure why he respawns. He could have just gone for the safe route. And he's not gonna do it now, and he will fail it. So he gets punished for not going for the risky or for the safe route. I'm not sure why he practices that, but he lost 13 seconds with that. And we have another DNF by Bigley. So it's actually a close race for that second place right now.
Yeah, that full stop pick really cost big time for Bigley, not able to finish the round, and that's kind of closed up the ranks here for second place. 98, 96, 92, whilst Pack is completely clear of that particular scrap with 122 points to his credit. And yeah, Phosphorescentt trying to go for that risky fin for another time, whereas I think Hendo really responded the second time and thought, okay, I'm just going to go for the safe finish. There is really no point in trying to go for the risky fin. Bigley having had a slow start, apparently Phosphorescentt had a big crash at the checkpoint number 7 before the dirt, and so he will be down in last place. Meanwhile, Bigley versus Hendo 22 is looking really, really hot there, within each other's gearboxes almost. In the last part of the track. In the meantime, Pack is just completely sailing away into the distance with a 1.3 second gap over that battle for second place. Bigley having slowed down a fair bit, but he still manages to keep the lead for second place over Hendo. Meanwhile, Pack, the final corner and the final risky jump, that should be good enough for Pack. Bigley versus Hendo, it will be at the ending. Hendo goes for the safe way. Bigley makes it through in the risky fin. With second place, Hendo. 3rd position, where is Phosphorescentt? Is Phosphorescentt managing to finish? I don't think so. No, he actually does not manage to get the corner properly, even off of the gas. So yeah, he's not even going to be able to finish. He's down to 80 already. We're already almost at the halfway mark for Phosphorescentt, as we're going to be switching maps. Yeah,
Phosphorescentt here is not able to do a proper slide at the end, but we have 5 rounds per map and we're gonna go to the next one. So Pack with a 5 out of 5. That is looking great for him. 120 points. He still has left as many points as Phosphorescentt had in the first round. I mean, he had 118 points after the first round, but now we have the next map, Fallen by Anisado. Yeah, a map where Jono has world record set 13 hours ago, so just out of reach. Yeah, just out of reach for making it valid for the seeding. Jono has a 53.289, so that shows that he is not washed up. But let's take a look onto the ranking here, because it's certainly quite close. The top 2 goes through, and right now there's only 4 points between Bigley and Hendo, 22. So maybe Hendo can do it here at this point, as he's only 4 points away, and maybe this map will suit him a bit better, because if you ask me, Tom, we had freewheel parts, we had triangle lines where you have to go through a very hard, risky ending, and now we have a map that is maybe a bit easier, I would say.
Yeah, maybe a few easier. There are a few things to potentially look out for, like negative camber turns on the grass, where you have to be very careful of where you position your car, especially on the exit of that particular corner. Because if you straighten the car a bit too late, then you end up getting airtime, and you're going to be losing a ton of time here. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to see how this first run through Falling, the first of 2 Enisato maps in the map pack, by the way, is going to be like for some of the contenders in the second spot, with Bigley currently leading the proceedings with just 4 points ahead, as you said, of Hendo, and even Phosphorescentt, despite that that blunder at the final rounds of the map of Forgery, then he could still potentially try to be a force to be reckoned with if he manages to get his act together, as we're already starting round number 1 here.
Yeah, actually he gets a good start here, just being ahead of Pack, hitting a better apex, but still, Phosphorescentt doesn't look too bad on this map, just from the get-go. Didn't get the best dirt line, but Pack is leading again, but of course it's also important who gets that second position. Hendo right now goes into that second place, but no one is falling behind. Let's go with Bigley, who is on last place. Actually a close round that we have on our hands here, halfway through the map. On Fallen here, first round, we have 5 rounds per map. Pack still leading. Hendo with a good turn, accumulating a lot of speed. 0.15, roughly leading out of Bigley, but Bigley risking so much, almost touches the wall, but overspeed line from that. From the grass, we go to the last part of the track, to the dirt section here. This left-hander can be detrimental. You can hit the wall at the apex at the end and then make it to the ending, but it's actually Hendo staying ahead, 100th of a second, and this was very important. I mean, it's 2 points, 6 versus 8 points, and then Phosphorescentt getting that last place, but definitely a good round. 1.3 seconds between first and last here, Tom.
Yeah, great round, and also, like, I'm guessing the heart rate went a bit higher there for Bigley, as he went full risk before the negative camber grass corner that I briefly mentioned before the start of the map. But also, I think this is the first map, the first round that we've seen where all 4 players have finished the round. Every time in the previous map, there has always been 1 DNF. It has not been the case here on the first map of Fallen. Meanwhile, in that second round, we're already halfway through, and Pack is having a 2/10 gap over Hendo, with Bigley and Phosphorescentt not too far behind, actually. Currently, Phosphorescentt even mixing it up for it's a 3-way scrap for P2, which is really interesting. He goes really wide on the outside. He's going to lose a lot of speed, forced to release and overcorrect. Bigley inheriting second place because of this. Phosphorescentt again going too wide, losing a ton of speed, trying to correct for that. And Pack losing a lot of speed as well. It's now a 3-way scrap for the lead. Well, we are going into the final few corners with the dirt corner. Pack currently holding the lead. Should be good enough for the M&M Gaming player, but look at Bigley right in his mirrors. We saw him creeping into his point of view right behind him, but still a 53.855 is enough for Pack to win ahead of Bigley. Then Hendo and Phosphorescentt in 3rd and 4th, and still like 3/10 between first and last. Not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, that's how good it can get in the first round. Usually first rounds are always very decided, and you don't have those gaps, so that's why I'm saying it's a good round, even though the times are not wicked fast, you know? They're okay. 53.28 is the world record. We had a 53.8 as the winning time. It's not too bad. Yeah, it's 1 second away from world record. So even the 32nd player, 32nd seeded player is ready. Phosphorescentt bring up the fight, but who is not bringing up a fight in this round is Bigley, who is a bit behind already, 0.5 of a second, so you will not play a role and maybe get that -9 if not anyone else makes a mistake. Pack right now leading. Phosphorescentt is behind Hendo on that 3rd place, make it P2. Good slide for him, and he is right now leading. Let's take a look onto Phosphorescentt for that ending, as he's giving us a good overview. Pack again leading. He can make it 8 out of 8 rounds, and he will do so indeed. Hendo gets 2nd, Phosphorescentt on 3rd, and then we have Bigley, as I said, making that mistake and only getting a 55.344 and takes the -9, but Pack with a perfect race thus far. I mean, look at that. So many rounds have been won by him already.
0.422. Let me check. That's well, we're within 2/10 of the world record. Yep. I think I'm safe in saying that with that particular round time. So good stuff from Pack. But yeah, as you mentioned, we're always going to be like between half a second to a second slower than world record in like race pace, and that's totally fine. Those are still very much decent times in rounds. Unfortunately for Phosphorescentt, it's a full stop into the CP, and that's the worst kind of thing because he crossed the CP in the same time, forced to respawn. He's going to be completely out of the running here in this round. It's Pack leading by 2/10 in front of Hendo at checkpoint number 5. Bigley a bit further behind, 4/10 down even at 3rd place. Pack getting a really nice slide through the air. Let's actually see from Hendo if he's able to repeat. No, he gets the no slide actually right after checkpoint 6. That's going to be well, sealing the deal for this round here. Pack is going to be just cruising to victory here on this round of Fallen. That's going to be 9 out of 9, I think, with this round, and that's going to be a .125, and I think that's a new world record.
That's world record.
Yeah, and that's a world record by more than a 10.5. There you go.
Thomas Cole is back, ladies and gentlemen. The Giga Chat. Can we get some Giga Chat in the chat? Thank you, Thomas Cole with world record on this map. Oh my god, this guy, man. Thomas fucking Cole, he's a machine. Let's say like that, 112 points, 9 rounds have been won by the M&M driver, the TMGL player, and he is leading with almost over 50 points. What a performance. And let's go ahead into the next round. Phosphorescentt right now on last position, Hendo and Bigley on second and third. Phosphorescentt also not getting the best line, had to oversteer a bit, and also not catching the gear here by the looks of it. Bigley, however, with a terrible slide. I think that was a nose slide or just a misalignment. And also Hendo with a nose slide, so people making mistakes left, right, and center. So Phosphorescentt just can cruise it into the ending, but who else is gonna cruise it? That's right, Thomas Cole. 10 out of 10 on that last round. What time will that be? It will be a 53.11 again. Another improvement by 7,000 of a second by Pack. What a performance. Phosphorescentt just more than 1 second behind. Hendo on third and Bigley on fourth. What a performance by the M&M player here. My god.
Pack still a Giga Chat, but apparently this is the older version that we were actually looking the leaderboards on. For the world record, there is the one that's in the campaign for BIPC has actually been updated apparently, and the world record is still by Pack, but it's a 52.9 from what Vinyo is reporting in chat. So still within 2/10 of world record in the space of 2 consecutive rounds. It's not bad at all. As we're going to be moving on to another Any Saddle map called Pressure. Yeah,
Pressure is the next map. We have 2 Any Saddle maps in this map pool, as we're already mentioning correctly at the beginning of Fallen. So Any Saddle, also a well-known mapper. This map probably a bit more transitional with that jump that you have seen, and also this gear can be quite hard to hold. But I would say both maps are, yeah, you see that Any Saddle has built them. You know, I like them, but this one also being heavily more focused on gears, I would say. I haven't really played the maps myself, but this jump can be hard. And then also this awkward dirt turn here where Pack is going on to, where you want to not hit the penalty sand too much. It can be quite detrimental if you hit it a bit too much. And then of course we also have this ending, this very, very narrow turn into the jump, where you have to really get a good approach before that, because if you ever drove on grass that goes into an elevation level or elevates itself up, it is really hard to just predict your line, and that's why the ending can be that hard here. But let's go with the first round on Pressure by Any Saddle. Right now the standings are as follows: 54, 52, and 39, so still a great fight for second place.
Yeah, but Phosphorescentt is currently sitting in that red zone right at 39. He's got quite a significant gap to make up to even third place to be able to somewhat safeguard. Moving on to checkpoint 4 now in this first round. You need a very specific amount of speed, around 260 to clear it, but unfortunately for Phosphorescentt, he went a bit too tight, and so he clipped the top of the barrier. That's basically sent him almost into a barrel roll. He could have turtled there if he was unlucky enough, but yeah, that's going to be sending him out of the running. Pack and Bigley, first and second. Bigley currently keeping within touching distance of Pack, so not too shabby. Now, the road jump here, around 300 Ks that I've seen in the replays, and yeah, you can tilt the car over to take the right angle for the and the right flush landing for the dirt. Then moving on to the final few parts of the map, the final checkpoint coming up right here after this left-hander, and then the risky fin. Around 310 kp is required to finish, and Pack will finish it in a 55.925. World record here is again Pack with a .718, so we're driving within 2/10 of the world record here right up from the get-go.
Well, but that's just what Pack's mindset is as well. He's not practicing safe lines. He is just going full out and just practicing risky lines. That's what Pack is doing, and he's always like that. He has a good mindset when it comes to training, and he is just the Giga Chat. Yeah, he is a very skilled and good player, even though he, not hardly plays, but he was busy with his study, like in real life as well. But he always redeems himself, also in the previous Trackmania Grand League season, where he has won the playoffs and also didn't play as bad as people have expected on that weird format with the multiplier. But right now, Pack is leading again at 12 rounds, and it could be the 12th victory for Pack here. It's looking quite good, but look at that fight for second. Bigley goes into P2 right there, but it's Hendo touching the penalty sound a bit too much, and that's how you lose the speed, and also if you make a no slide. So this round looks to be set in stone, but Phosphorescentt is overtaken for P2. No, wait, 2 respawns here from Hendo and Phosphorescentt. Both are practicing the ending, so I'm not sure what's happening, but Pack wins it. Bigley on second. Who gets third here? Is it Hendo or Phosphorescentt? It is Hendo staying ahead. No clue what happened there, why both players decided to respawn, but as you can see, there's only this one finish, and actually no, there's a safe finish, so no clue why they didn't go for the safe finish there.
Well, they decided it was maybe more worth to try and respawn for the risky finish to try and get some practice. Phosphorescentt unfortunately touching the pillar at CP1 from the start of this 13th round here on this match, and unfortunately he's going to be dropping down to 8/10 away from the leader. The jump here, it's been cleared nice and easy. Bigley having a bit of a teetering landing, but still manages to make it through in P3 without losing too much time. It is currently Hendo, the closest to the leader Pack at the moment. Hendo within a 10th of the player from M&M Gaming at the moment. We're heading into CP8 and CP9 into the road to dirt jump. Getting the car angled right, nice landing from both. Pack continuing to stretch his advantage to 3/10 now. A bit more penalty sound for Hendo. That's going to be taking to the advantage of Pack as well. Bigley, 4/10 down. He's going to need a miracle if he wants to actually catch up to Hendo at this rate, and that's going to be the win for Pack. Second place for Hendo. Hopefully, yes, he makes it. 56.065 for Pack at the end. Bigley third, and Phosphorescentt reaching the finish line in P4. But yeah, briefly mentioning the respawns that were happening the round before, it was because Phosphorescentt hit the wall. He felt like he could not actually make it, so he decided to respawn with that in mind, that he wanted to absolutely go for the risky finish instead of the safe one.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to think about that, because with that you could have had one more point than that, because there's just a finish to the right as well. But maybe just getting some practice in, who knows, to just get it out of the way with, I don't know. But can we quickly talk about Pack's streak here? 104 points, he didn't lose a single round thus far. He only has one. All he knows is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on his mind. Maybe you know that song, but Pack is just doing a great job here of closing out this match in just first places. Right now he's leading as well. Bigley and Phosphorescentt having a good time right now on P2 and 3. But then there is Hendo, who has made a mistake on that checkpoint, tried to save with a respawn, but it was too late. And also this corner here before that, you can do it full speed, but you have to have such a precise approach there for that, or from that dirt section. But Pack is winning again, another sub 56, Phosphorescentt on second, Bigley on third, getting the -8. And then there's Hendo, who might be able to finish if he clears that jump. You see, there's a finish to the right. You can just take that instead of the risky one. But it is a Phosphorescentt's point melting away, so he can be reverse finalist just in this round if he doesn't win this one.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure with how the going has been for Phosphorescentt, I'm imagining that it's going to be at risk position at the end of this particular round. Pack already assuming the lead. Bigley down the third as Phosphorescentt takes second place. This is where Hendo actually had his full stop pick. Phosphorescentt makes the jump clear. Pack has also made the jump clear, and he keeps around a 2/10 gap to his nearest pursuer, and that slower exit from the dirt is going to enable Pack to stretch its advantage. Look at this, 4/10 lost in the affair by Phosphorescentt with that slow dirt exit there. Bigley in third, and yeah, apparently Hendo has made another huge mistake. He's down 3 seconds, but Bigley is also nowhere to be seen. Where is he? Yeah, he's respawned even before that, and so that's going to be leaving Pack all on his own to take the round win. Phosphorescentt 8/10 down. Phosphorescentt will be going on to at risk, but it's probably the best round that he has had so far at the present moment, along with the previous round as well. Pack winning the round with a time of .32. Moving to almost within a 10th of his world record, .718, remember.
Yeah, that's another great time. This just shows that Pack is one of the best players out there. 15 out of 15 points. But still, Phosphorescentt had one of his best runs ever, and now he's finalist. So, finalist means that you're not... So, in the reverse finalist, it's the case that you should not lose, and in normal finalist, you should win. But now you don't want to get last. So maybe Phosphorescentt can snipe or can just stay ahead of the others who are also very close by the finalist mode. But look at Pack, 100 points still. It's incredible. 17 points for Bigley, 13 points for Hendo. So we maybe see a triple finalist situation here. On the next map, we have Erudite by Zax, who has also built a map for this competition. 58 seconds I see in the local records. And
the world record is a 56.941 by Saber.
That's what I wanted to know from you. So Saber is also playing this tournament. I'm looking forward to see him playing because he had a wild career, not only in Trackmania, but also in poker, where he's doing really well in. And he said this time a day ago, so Boss Bass, then Wizzy, and then Pack on P4. So maybe this is one of Pack's worst maps.
Well,
maybe.
It could be one of Pack's worst maps in the long run, but over the course of this particular matchup, he's definitely on top of the charts no matter what. 57.155. You have to scroll down a fair bit, I think, to see the nearest competitor. I think it's Hendo with a .694. Then Bigley .770. And if I can find Phosphorescentt, 58.318. He's the only one driving in 58 range. The rest are doing in 57. So I think the going is going to get even tougher for Phosphorescentt. And it wouldn't be out of place to see him get knocked out after the very round of Irodite.
Yeah, maybe he can get eliminated here on the first round. Let's take a look if he will survive. So guys, again, I'm quickly explaining that to you. If he finishes on last or DNFs, he's out on Irodite on that first round. Round number 16 is coming into play. Let's follow Phosphorescentt and see if he can avoid that last position. Right now it is Bigley who is in last place, so Phosphorescentt is staying alive and he can maybe survive some rounds. We see Pack with a mistake, so no one is... or like a new player is getting first position in this round. Of course, Phosphorescentt would have been in need of that first position in the previous round. But right now it is Hendo who is in the lead. Phosphorescentt also with the attack. So we have a good fight. Where is Pack though? Pack is so far behind, actually making a lot of mistakes, so will Phosphorescentt not be eliminated. But who's gonna get that first position? Will it be Phosphorescentt denying some points? Or will it be Hendo, who can only get -2 in this round? This will be huge for him, and Hendo can do it! 58.78, and the first non-winning round from Pack. We have no player who has been eliminated. Bigley on 4th, getting -9, and with that we have 2 players who had 11 and 8 points, so maybe we see 3 finalists.
Yeah, here Bigley needs second place or higher if he wants to avoid the finalist status for at least one more round. But yeah, Bigley unfortunately did not manage to get to the risky finish. He didn't have enough speed, so went for the safe way. This is where Pack was able to snipe him for that 3rd place finish. But yeah, I guess we kind of jinxed him in a way, saying that it was his strongest. He's a human after all. Anyway, pretty uncharacteristic mistake though from Pack. So far, first round he lost. Oh, Phosphorescentt going really wide there, and he finds himself in a fight just for survival versus Hendo. As meanwhile, Bigley in 2nd position is here, just hanging around where he needs to be in 2nd position. Meanwhile, Phosphorescentt is there trying to think, okay, I just need to get past this Welshman. I need to get past him if I want to be able to have a chance to fight for one more round and avoid direct elimination. Hendo has a bit of a buffer. He's currently sitting with 11 points in the bank. Meanwhile, Pack and Bigley, 1st and 2nd. That should be more than good enough. Hendo in 3rd is going to be sending down Phosphorescentt to the depths of elimination, and that is it. Pack with a 57.425 wins the round ahead of Bigley and Hendo, and that is the GG for Phosphorescentt, who is going to be eliminated and out of the tournament already.
Yeah, and that's how it really stacks up. I mean, Phosphorescentt just throwing away some points, you know, by going for risky finishes, by respawning unnecessarily. I didn't think that he played worse than Hendo or Bigley, but those 6 or 7 points at the end could have made that he would have not been finalist at this point right now. So just gonna say that it's not about just driving fast, but also acting fast and acting smart in Trackmania. As also, cam change is a very, very important skill that you have to learn. So it is unfortunately him being out, but still a very good performance, I think. So GG's to Phosphorescentt, and now we have one more spot that will be distributed. The round doesn't really matter too much, maybe for the momentum between Bigley and Hendo. Right now Pack is leading the race, but Pack is nowhere even remotely close of being in danger. 90 points. He needs to DNF more than 6 rounds, 7, 8, 9 rounds he needs to DNF in order to be a finalist. And right now he's not gonna make that happen as Bigley leads here ahead of Hendo, but it will not matter. Both will be finals anyway, so good luck to both of them. Tom, take it over. Who will be eliminated alongside with Phosphorescentt, and who will go into the next round alongside with Pack? Good luck.
All right, I guess, if I'm not mistaken, this is Wales versus England that we're having in terms of matchup here with Hendo versus Bigley. We're going to be focusing on them both, as I'm pretty sure Pack is just going to scamper off into the distance as per usual. Still some pretty good going to win 17 out of 18 rounds so far. Might be a round win number 18 here in this matchup of the 19 possible. And in the meantime, in the battle that interests us the most, it's Hendo having the first blood in the first 5 checkpoints, although he has a bit of a slow exit there, allowing Bigley to come back within his ghost right here, and they're neck and neck, heading into the final half of the map right here as Pack continues to scamper off into the distance, 6/10 ahead of the battle for second position, the battle for the last place in the quarterfinals that is up for grabs. Hendo having a really shaky exit, Bigley moving up into second position, but Hendo is coming back at Bigley with more speed. Coming up to the final few checkpoints in the final corners of the map, the final section with the risky finish is up against us right now in a few seconds. Bigley going way too wide, losing too much speed. Just the finish to go for Hendo, and that should be good enough for the Welshman to make it through to the semifinals, to the quarterfinals even. GG for him, and GG to Bigley as well, who gave it his all, but unfortunately it wasn't meant to be for him. Alongside Phosphorescentt, he is eliminated from the tournament, and Hendo and Pack move on to the next stage.
But definitely a great match that we had in our hands here. Bigley and Phosphorescentt are eliminated, and Hendo makes it into the next round alongside with Pack, who played a great match. Unfortunately, didn't win this one round, but we had a double final situation in our hand. I didn't really expect that Phosphorescentt is putting up that great of a fight here, Tom. Really, that was a great performance from him, being the 32nd seeded player in this tournament.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like the performance of every driver should be commended. Well, Pack being the Giga Chad, 18 round wins out of 19, remember, and driving within 2/10 of world record in the last 2 maps. But also, yeah, Hendo making Wales proud and moving on to the quarterfinals. But also Bigley and Phosphorescentt, who really gave it their all. And Phosphorescentt not doing too shabby. I thought we knew the going was going to be a bit tough for him, but he really stuck it on right until the very end. And yeah, that is definitely to be commended here.
Yeah, I mean, already a good performance, and that's what they can be proud of. Of course, sometimes it's a bit, how you say that, a bit misleading, yeah, when you play this match and you're out in the first round. But first of all, you have made it to the top 32, and you've brought up a great fight against players who have